is John. My wife's name is Teryl, and we're at Let's Quilt, the training and long arm supply center. Today, we'd like to introduce you to some new templates. We have a unique 3/8 inch thick template and lots of designs. We'd like to show you how they work and how they can benefit you. So here's my wife Teryl, and she will show you how to do it.
Hi, thanks for joining us for our second video on templates. I hope you enjoyed the first one. I'm going to start by adding a little bit to the first one. We've made some changes over the last 2 years to some of those templates that were in the first one. We've learned and we've listened to your feedback. One of the things we did, we added some more etched lines to our rulers. So yeah, you can use them for a few different applications now. We added the 45-degree angle line in a 60-degree or 30-degree angle line. And then we also added the horizontal lines at the bottom for lining up for your cross hatching. Additionally, on all of our rulers, we beveled one edge of the ruler or chamfered it just slightly right here. Why we did that was we recognize that many of us on our machines, and of course we all have slightly different configurations of our hopping foot, those times when we have to hold the ruler behind the hopping foot. So if you, on those occasions when you have to use your ruler or any template on the back of your hopping foot, we all tend to get a little bit of chatter as the shaft of our hopping foot hits the plastic. It happens on any manufacturer of long arm. None of us seem to be exempt from it. So that's why we all tend to try to use our rulers on the other sides of the hopping foot. But we beveled that edge, this top lip right here, so that those times when you have to put it back there, you have a little bit more clearance and the chatter won't quite be so bad, and it's a little bit easier to hold the ruler. We actually put that bevel on all of our rulers, our heart templates and everything. We also made a 24-inch ruler for when you have those occasional long lines. It's a big ruler and it is definitely harder to manipulate than our shorter rulers, but when you have those long lines, you need a long ruler. We call this new tool our straight stitcher. Notice the slot. This is sized perfectly for our 1/4 inch hopping foot on the Innova. We have a true 1/4 inch foot on the Innovas. We actually make this in 2 sizes. We made one with a little bit larger slot for the Gamble foot, which is slightly over a 1/4 inch foot. But at any rate, this is how you use this guy. If you put him on around your hopping foot, it gives you extra control. If you happen to, when you're doing your straight lines or you're stitching in your ditch, if you find yourself once in a while wandering out of your ditch, or you get little bubbles in your line or little wobbles, you're like, dang it. Well, this is a way to help you control it. If I was going to stitch in the ditch, this triangle, I would put him around the foot, and then I would use the ruler is going to help me control the foot and not drift off. So I would just hold it and up I go. I still have to watch my needle and watch myself hit that ditch, but it just gives me a little bit more control. I can also use this tool for stitching in the ditch around applique. Let me quickly cut my thread, and let's pretend my S that we did over here previously was the applique. And I needed to stitch in the ditch around it. Just put the tool on, and now see I have great control. I still would just sit here and very carefully guide my foot, but it's easier to manage that needle. Because it's almost the equivalent of holding the hopping foot as I sew, but of course that would be very unsafe. I'd probably sew my finger. So this just gives me a way to get better control of my hopping foot as I do that real intricate stuff that I want to be just exact. We put the etched lines on the ruler, so you could still use it for cross hatching, any straight line work you want to do. You'll also notice these little tabs of tape that I have stuck on the back of all these rulers. What that is, it's skateboard grid tape from our local skateboard shop. It's the same stuff the kids are putting on top of their skateboards to kind of grip their feet. Well, if you buy the clear version of it and put it on the back of your rulers, you get just a little bit of stickiness, so the ruler doesn't slide on you as easy, you know, when you're running the hopping foot up against it. So this was actually a little trick shared with us by Renee Haddiden up in Sandy, Quilt on the Corner. So thanks to her, this is very, very effective. It comes in rolls like this. I would suggest you don't, and usually they'll cut off for you at the skateboard shop what you need. I don't suggest you go to our skateboard shop because, as you can see, John bought the whole darn roll. They're probably out.